Welcome back to episode 5 of Dear Mom series. So you already know the series is to keep me accountable on uploading on YouTube and just sticking to my bias, discipline, etc. So let's jump into it. We have EURUSD on the daily. You can see we retrace back, right? I'm thinking, is Tuesday the high of the week, right? Or was this just a retracement, to tap into this price action and like we'll see. So right now it's Asia session 8:52 and we are expanding higher. Um, I think by London we should know exactly where it's going, but today we did sell off. Interesting because wrote my notes down here. Um, Also, after the notes, note this, but we had a rally running equal highs, tanked, fair value gap respected, tank, and then coming into New York, we waited until 8:30 after it to get on the charts. We seen that price was inside a fair value gap on the H1. We had a bullish candle form, but on the M5, we had our model and we took it. We got a 102. Eventually, our over projection based on our fib got smacked, which brought our stop lower and lower. We've been bullish. We have the news at 10 a.m., but this, oh, it's 9:51. Keep pushing. LOL. Oh, well, let's wait and see. So, automatically just dropping into H1, right? Take into this, we're inside this range. This is the fair value gap. We really don't need this anymore, right? Bear with me, people. Bear with me. Take a second. Perfect, perfect. El ojito never got tapped. Perfect. So just coming in, right? We did have we are from this point to this point. This is premium, right? Within this premium, we had daily fair value gap, rallying up to the next daily fair value gap. It is permissible to go back above it and then underneath it. Coming into today, we were thinking obviously what is bias, power of three, right? Accumulate, manipulate, distribute. So you can see Asia session accumulated price from New York time basically, and midnight open shut up, came down. So we were here at 8 a.m. And so my thought was open, high, low, close, right? So I was expecting a bearish candle. You can see as soon as we had this, I did have this area marked up on the H1 as the order block, saying, okay, cool, just to be aware that we just created a bullish candle from it, right? This area gave the bullish candle. And so now, heading into 9 a.m., right, we got to the charts at 8:30. So dropping into the M15, the light bulb will make more sense on the M5. So let's take it away from here. Boom. Automatically, I seen this empty space, right? And then what happened? We said 8:30. So 8:30 opened, shut up, came down. Then that 8:45, and then I was looking at 8:45, and I'm like, okay, you are creating, you're respecting this area, but this created nothing. And yes, I get it, we have this, but uh, I bet my money at the 9 o'clock open. Let's see if you reject it real quick and then rally up, or you just tank through it and make your way to at least this sell side liquidity area, or at least around here is the last push higher before this, right? And so right off the bat, we went to 5 minute as well, and then on the M5 we saw our model. So our model is basically right. We run higher, take buy side, then we run lower, we take sell side. Within that, we created the imbalance, tied up with the order block. We saw this, and then I said, okay, 9 a.m. I know it likes to freaking shoot the fuck up sometimes, right away. But this time, so we waited for the M1 candle. We don't execute on the M1, we just waited on the M1 candle closure to be exact. So I up back, you saw all of this, and then I seen this M1 candle, and I'm like, oh, I was just waiting for like the seconds of it opening, right? Because it likes to do this or it goes higher, right? And so as soon as it did that, I said, oh fuck it, yeah, we're taking it. We are in our model. This makes sense with what we're trying to do. You feel me? So leave, bruh. And so yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, we're leaving it order block. And then so my stops were, I got in at 109, if I'm mistaken, around there. Stops were above here, 12 pips. And then I said, okay, when we finish bearish, we were bullish in this candle at one point, right? And then that's when you have to remind yourself, okay, fourth candle should be bearish and we need speed expansion. So you can see fourth candle was bearish and then we did get up speed, right? As soon as we broke this lower, I brought the stop to like 8 pips, and then we were in good profit where I was like, okay, this is a good risk to reward trade. Obviously, our TP, kid you not, was right here. But we closed here, as in like we just trailed to stop loss close, right? Here's the bad thing about that. I missed out on profits, right? Gotta create the good habit of letting it flow to my target, right? While managing it, not just being spontaneous. I could have been at break even and then just let it, flow. But I wasn't, so that's something. The other thing is I think getting used to just my target being hit, right? Just smack it. But at the same time, I was also iffy. It's been an iffy week. It's NFP week. Um, and so I was aware we were around 920. Yeah, it was 920, and I was like, stock exchange. We can literally push it right back up. There were news at 10 a.m., right? This big candle. And I was like, interesting. I don't want to risk it on a week like this, right? This week's been a 10FP week. It likes to consolidate. And I'll give you an example of that on AUD/USD before we go. But we closed out there. It was quick and easy. 5, 10, 15, 20, about 25 minutes. Back some good money and just, it ended up delivering even more. So now the outlook for tomorrow is pretty simple. Automatically, I'm looking at this candle and I'm looking at a line, high, big line, up, low, right? So I'm looking to, I can see the bearish candle. And so now I'm thinking, okay, we're expanding right now. So since we have an expansion, are we going to retrace, right? Retrace back to this order block, or are we going to reverse and break this and then consolidate and then expand again? So we'll see. Again, I am super duper bearish, but I am aware that we can easily just run these highs, right? But there's a reversal. We are back inside this range, so as long as we stay above the parameters of here, we can be looking to target our sell side liquidity there, there. Ultimately, our one standard deviation from our most recent pullback on the daily, right? So based on that, we're just gonna wait, right? So again, we don't trade Asia session. I think it's gonna happen here in London, so I'm expecting New York to kind of pretty much tell me where it is. We're not gonna force anything. It is Thursday, and the following day will be Friday. So I think there's a news event for Euro at 7:30 medium, and then there's a news for dollar at 8:30 if I'm not mistaken, medium impact. So you should see some volatility. It should move. But yeah, I mean, if we do come back in here, I like the 50% areas. This is, I think, below here, 50%. So this would be a discounted area based on this bullish move, right? So interesting, right? So at the same time, we're in premium. So I'm liking, even if I was a buyer, I'm liking maybe I'll run lower to then go higher, or just keep fucking buying up to take these highs, right? At the end of the day, we do got some nice buy side liquidity there. And yeah, but at the same time, looking at the daily, like I said, when the swing high is forming, fourth candle could be bearish. Look at day 3, bull, bull, bear, 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 bull. So you see this bear, bear, bull. Look at day 3. Should have looked at this day for this expansion, right? Same thing here, bull, bull, bearish. And the only reason why I'm mentioning the swing highs because we're inside fair value gaps, right? I've backtested price to see that it likes to test price action, right, on fair value gaps, creating swing highs on them or swing lows. So we are overall bearishness, right? I will note this on the DXY. I do see it going a little bit much lower, right? But like as I was saying, like AUD USD, you see this? And a PUE. I'm liking the weekly order block, and then we have some sell side liquidity there, and we have a fair value gap, and you see it's beautiful just resting underneath it. So if anything, right, it is Thursday reversal again, but I am eyeing out more of this. So I'm looking out on Euro USD for sells because we are overall bearish. But I'd be lying to you if I could ignore this. Right, I can't. So we'll just adapt, and tomorrow when we go to the church at 7:30, we'll kind of understand. Well, 8:30. We'll just understand where it's at, and yeah. So with that being said, with that being said, mom, be safe and safe trading.